Welcome back from that. Thank you so much to the the behavioral checks team. I didn't want to say Dr. James Komolafe. I wasn't so sure. Thank you so much to the behavioral checks team, because we need these holistic wellness tips that we often have. But we are moving on now. It is not news that the FCT has a new minister, and he has come with so much fire, spitting so much fire. He has so many policy plans for the FCT. A lot of people are happy about it, but can he achieve it? What's the facelift we are going to see in the FCT? Especially now that we are seeing that building collapse is something he should look at, and look at really fast, as people are dying. It's becoming a very dire situation. Well, to discuss all of this and the new facelift and the plans for the FCT, in the studio with us is Mr. Olumuji Peter. He's the Secretary, Command and Control Center, FCTA. Thank you so much for being part of the program.
Good morning today.
Good morning, and welcome to Asa Morning.
Thank you.
Good. So finally, we've now gotten the FCT minister. And when you look at the reception that he had, I think he's the only minister ever in the FCT that had that kind of welcoming reception from staff, that they even had to use the back gate to come in because the crowd there. So it just shows some kind of acceptance and the belief that this was the right choice of minister, that the FCT needs to keep it on the roadmap of what Abuja as a federal capital territory should be. Let's look at the policies he was talking about. He made a lot of policy statements. He talked about open grazing being banned. He talked about demolition. He talked about illegal, land speculators building in the wrong. So many policies. Is it achievable, and can he achieve it?
Yes, all those policies are policies that are achievable. First of all, let me start by the day he assumed duty, after the inauguration and swearing in. It was electrifying, because the staffs were overwhelmed and they were joyful. The way he was received on that first day shows that a new era has come to be in FCT. And when he rolled out his policy statement, which was divided into 3 segments, that's the short term, the middle term, and the long term, we all knew that a minister that is going to return the FCT back to the dream of the founding father in 1976 has finally come. I said is a reincarnation of El-Rufai, if I use that word. So you see that from the short-term policy he rolled out, his focus was more on the security, more on traffic lights. Street lights. More of waste management. And also ensuring that mass transit, that means transportation, works. And when you look at these 4 that I've just mentioned under the short term, these are policies that is going to impact positively on the lives of the residents and the masses. Because when he was announced as the minister, there were insinuations that, he's not going to make the masses breathe. But fortunately, what he has rolled out as in terms of his short-term policy and even the middle-term policy and the long-term policy shows that he has the interests of the residents of the FCT at heart. And also, these policies is going to impact positively on the lives of the masses. Now, let's take the aspect of security. Everybody wants to say, Abuja is not safe, Abuja is not safe. But we can say relatively that Abuja is safe, from our own point of view. And you should know that every single person wants to move from point A to point B without any form of harassment, having that sense of safety whenever they go. And he has spoken to the security head. He held meetings with them, and he has told them that safety and security of the residents of FCT is paramount, and that he's ready to give them all they need, both in terms of logistics, to ensure that they ensure the safety and security of the masses, of the residents of FCT. Then again, you go to transportation. In every urban setting, transportation plays a key role. Now, people talk about the incidences of one chance,
Yeah.
you know, and people are afraid to commit to it because you are not even sure the vehicle you are going to board, you know. But he has talked about ensuring that all these unpainted taxis, all these wicked vehicles that are not known, they are going to be replaced by what? By a mass transit system. And as at yesterday or 2 days ago, he visited
Tuesday. He went to the metro.
Yes, he went to the metro line station. And the good thing about that visitation is that the metro line is going to play a key role in changing the face of transportation in the FCT. Right. Because when you look at the metro line under the lots 1A and 3, right, it starts from Iju to Bazango and it will get to Kubwa. So those that are living within this route, you know, we have a better mode of transportation and cheaper for them. Then you also have the one coming from the Abuja metro, the metro line from the city center here down to the international, to the airport, yes. You know. Then you also have other ones that will be coming in that will start from Igu Square and go to ECWA Secretariat in Asokoro, and that will lead you to Nyanya and Karu. So automatically, those residing within that axis will have something cheaper and safer for them. You are not going to be afraid of entering one chance again. Yeah. Now you have a transportation system that is safe. Then also you also have the one that will move from Igu Square, go to Maitama, leads to Gwarimpa, take you to Deide. You know, we also have the one that is moving from Kuje to Karishi, Gwagwalada. So every route within the FCT is effectively covered. And people will not start talking about Okada again. That's the commercial motorcycle. Yes. And Keke Napep, which has also have their own negative toll on the security and safety of the residents of FCT. Then when you go into sanitation, because you talked about sanitation.
Yes, he said that litter everywhere, waste disposal.
He has urged and told the people in charge of the sanitation, that's the Abuja Environmental Protection Agency, board, to be up and doing in whatever they do. They've been trying their best, but now everybody will have to redouble their effort because he has given a time frame of 6 months that people should see something positive, you know, and which is achievable. And that is where we in the enforcement team comes in. You know, the enforcement have been on before now. You see illegal park everywhere. All these things will be a thing of the past because we have a minister that has the political will, and let me use the word again, personal will to ensure that the right thing is done.
He also mentioned open grazing has been an issue in Nigeria, not just in the FCT, and then I think it's even worse, especially where Abuja is a federal capital territory. You have multinational people coming in, you have a lot of businesses in Abuja. There's a look that is expected, there's certain kind of
is the image of Nigeria
that is expected of a capital, of the federal capital. You're walking around, you just see cows on the express. People have to park their vehicles and then wait for cows to pass around. In the 21st century, it's almost unthinkable that we still have those kind of issues, especially in the federal capital. How do you think you should go about doing this? Because it's one thing to say, and you're not having cows on the road, and I don't care who owns the cows. Of course, you and I know that it's not those young kids that walk with the cows that own the cows.
That's true.
Cows, every herd you see is $1 million investment walking around. Bourgeois own those cows. What do you think will he be putting in place to, you know, get rid of those cows from the road?